कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
राम
कृष्ण हरे हरे,
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
जय श्री कृष्ण प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे devotees. So today is Saturday, 30th of March, and it is Vishnu Masa or Chaitra Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Panchami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnav events today. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami is speaking on the elevation of the soul, so completely absorbing in the Lord in the heart. So yesterday we were hearing the transcendentalists, so they always observe whether it is anything in this material world, whether it is related to Krishna or not. So that is, and then if it is not related to Krishna, they reject everything. But whereas the devotees, they completely keep Lord's lotus feet in the heart, and then they worship his lotus feet all the time, every moment. So likewise, param padam vaishnavam amananti tat yenneti neti iti atat sisrukshavaha visrujya dhauratma manasti sauhruda hrudopaguhyarha padam pade pade. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, hrudopaguhya arha padam pade pade. The devotees keep Lord's lotus feet in the heart, and then arha padam pade pade, they worship all the time, every moment. And visrujya dauratmya manasya sauhruda. So they reject anything which is creating all the perplexities in the mind, whether it is related to Krishna or not. So they do not care about it. And further, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, so once now he is completely absorbed, so into the keeping the Lord in the heart. So what he is saying, a yogi, he just keep himself in the steady posture. Tasmin swasti samasina rujikayaha samabhyaset. He is sitting in a proper posture and keeping his feet and closing um, the rectum, and then what he does, he simply elevates the soul from bottom to the top. So there are 7 chakras within the body. It is called Shat chakras. Once we cross Shat chakras, there is a 7th chakra that is called Sahasraram. So that is Sukadeva Goswami is saying, just controlling all the senses in the completely merging himself into the super soul. Likewise, completely by freeing from all the material contaminations, no more material desires at all. And then he elevates the life air from the bottom of the first chakra to the Mooladhara chakra to the Sahasraram. So that is, he is saying. So we are in the second canto, chapter number 2 and verse number 19. इत्थं मुनिस्तु परमेद्यवस्थितो विज्ञानदृग्वीर्यसुरन्दितातयः स्वपाश्निनापीड्य गुदं ततो अनिलं स्थानेषु षट्टून् मयेज्जितक्लमः इत्थं मुनिस्तु उपरमेत् व्यवस्थितो. So ittam, in such a way, munistu, a transcendentalist, uparamed vyavastito, and he has to relieve from all the material activities, retire from all the materialistic activities. Vijnana drug, by what? by the scientific knowledge, virya, and the strength, whatever the tapasya he has acquired by controlling all the senses and regulating the body. That is Vijnana Drugvirya Suranditasayaha and well-regulated activities. Ashayaha, the aim of life. That is only fixed point of life. Just going back to Godhead. So here the yogi is, he wanted to merge himself into the supreme, super soul. He is a Paramatmanubhuti. Vijnana Drugviryam Suranditasayah. That is the only aim of life. And what else he does? For that, Swapasni Apidya Gudam Tato Anilam Swapasni. So Swapasni is the with the heel of one's foot and Apidya by blocking. So this is he is with the feet he is blocking Gudam, the air hole, which is the passing of the stool. So that is the place. And he using his the heel of one foot and he blocks that one and Tataha thereafter what he did Anilam blocking this life air. So that life air doesn't go. There are so 9 holes within the body. So in the head itself, there are 7 holes, and bottom there are 2 holes. For people, sinful people, the life air passes through the bottom holes. But for at least who have got transcendently elevated, they have got Brahmarandra, which is on the top of the head, that is Sahasraram. Apart from that, there are 7 holes within the 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, and 1 mouth, and 2 ear holes. So the life air can pass any of these holes. So, but the yogi, he is controlling all these holes. So, pastina pidya gudam tato anilam. And first of all, he is blocking that part, anilam, and sthaneshu satsu. And there are sthaneshu, there are 6 places in the sthaneshu, in the 6 places, there are 6 primary, satsu, that is 6. Unnamaye jitaklamaha and must be lifted. The life air must be lifted from bottom to the top, one after another, one after another. So by jitaklamaha, exhibiting, by extinguishing all the material desires. So likewise, it is the controlling of all the senses, controlling the life air and elevating the life air from bottom to the top. That is the Sahasraram. So here in this picture, if you see here, so here this is the picture where the Shat Chakras are there. So there are Pingala, Shushumna. So these are some nadis are there. And the bottom one is called Mooladhara Chakra. So this is from the bottom. Mooladhara Chakra, and next one is the Swadhisthana Chakra, and it is under the Kukshi. And next is the Swadhisthana Chakra, little bit below the chest, and Manipuraka Chakra on the chest, Anahata Chakra near the neck. Anahata Chakra is above the chest and below the neck. Anahata Chakra, after that, Vishuddha Chakra, which is at the neck, and then on top is which is between the eyebrows, Ajna Chakra. On top of that, there is Sahasrara Chakra. So this is where there is a split, when the soul is going upwards gradually from one chakra to other chakra, and going up. So this is where this is called Brahmarandra. And whenever the yogi is living, there is a split on top of the head. The life air goes there. So this is how a yogi would merge himself into he will attain the supreme soul, Paramatma. He will attain the Vaikuntha planets. That is, Ittam Munihi Uparamed Vyavasto. Ittam Munihi Uparamed Vyavasto Vijnanadruk Virya Suranditasayah Swapastinapedya Gudam Tato Anilam Sadeshvatun Unnamaye Jitaklamaha. That is, Sukadeva Goswami is saying like that. That is not that much easy. So whenever it is in the Mooladhara Chakra, so this is kind of a lotus which is of 4 petals. And in the next chakra, it is Swadhisthana Chakra, it is 6 petals. And then next it is the Manipuraka chakra. It is 10 petals. So this is the whenever these chakras are being opened, blossoming, then this is petals are increasing. 10 petals, and then 12 petals is the Anahata chakra, and then 16 petals, this is the Vishuddha chakra, and further 12 petals, which is Ajna chakra. It is in between the eyebrows, and whenever it goes in the top is called Brahmarandra. It is the Sahasrara chakra. So this is Sukadeva Goswami using, this is the process for a yogi. So in the Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Shabdhite. So out of those three levels, this is the second level, Paramatma. So this is very difficult for nowadays people who are living in the society. It is not recommended. But also this step is whenever yogi is leaving this material world, at the time it is recommended to follow this process. But when we are living here in the society, we are not yet ready. We have to carry out devotional services. It irrespective of time, place, and circumstances. Then that is what yogo bhavati Arjuna. So that is Krishna says, Arjuna, Naite Sati Padha Janan Yogi Vimukheti, he will not be bewildered because that's why Tasma Sarveshu Kaleshu Yogo Bhavati Arjuna. So he mentions to Arjuna, you always situate yourself, yogi, perform your devotional service at any circumstances. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, so Ittam Munistu Paramed Stito Vidhana Drugvirya Survanditasayah. So Pasni Apidya Budam Tato Anilam Stane Shatkun Unnamaye Jitaklamaha. So translation for this verse, by the strength of scientific knowledge, one should be well situated in absolute realization and thus be able to extinguish all material desires. One should then give up the material body by blocking the air hole through which stool is evacuated with the heel of one's foot and by lifting the life air from one place to another in the six primary places. And purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so can I request any devotees to read the purport? Sanchita Mataji is allocated today, so Mataji is not available.
Any
Yes, Mataji, please.
There are many Duratams who claim to have realized themselves as Brahmana and yet unable to conquer material desire. In the Bhagavad Gita 18.54, it is clearly explained that as that an absolute self-realization soul become completely aloof from all material desire. Material desire are based on the false ego of the living being and are exhibited by his childish and useless activity to conquer the law of material nature, and by his desire to lord it over the resources of the five element. With such a mentality, one is led to be with such a mentality, one is led to believe in the strength of material science with its discover of atomic atomic energy and space travel by mechanical vehicles, and by such tiny advancement in material science, the false ego tries to challenge even the strength of the Supreme Lord, who can finish all man, man's tiny endeavors in less than a second. The well-situated self or Brahmana realized soul perfectly understand that the Supreme Brahman or the personality of Godhead is the all-powerful Vasudeva, and that he the self-realization living being, is a part and parcel of the Supreme, who Supreme, whose supreme whole. As such, he is constitutionally position. Position is to cooperate with him in all respect in the transcendental realization of the served and the servitor. Such a self-realization soul ceases to exhibit his useless activity of attempting to lord it over material nature. Being scientifically well informed, he fully engaged himself in faithful devotion to the Lord. The the except yogi who has the expert so the expert yogi who has thoroughly practiced the control of the life air by the prescribed method of the yoga system is advised to quiet the body as follow. He should plug up with the evaluating hole and hole with the heel of the foot and then progressively move the live air on and on to six place the navel, abdomen, heart, chest, palate, eyebrow, and cerebral pit. Controlling the live air by the prescribed yogis process is mechanical and the practice is more or less physical evidence for spiritual perfection. In older days, such practice was very common for the transcendentalist, for the mode of life and character in those days. On those days, very favorable. But in modern days, when the influence of Kali Yuga is so disturbing, practically everyone is untrained in this art of bodily exercise. Concentration of the mind is more easily attained in these days by the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The results are more effective than those derived from the inner exercise of the life air.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. So in this purport, Prabhupada explained this process. This is a Hatha Yoga process. And also yogi is Brahma Bhutaha Prasannatma na sochati na kamchati. Samasarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labate Param. And for that person, he attains this devotion. And here, this yogi is doing by himself. Tataparichatma samadhyogha jitena chitva prakritim bhalistam. Twameva dhiraha purusham vishanti tesham shrama syanatu sevayate. That is, a devotee, he takes the only devotional service, whereas the yogi, he has to go to Tataparichatma samadhyoga bhalena jitva prakritim bhalistam, by his own strength. So either it is a cat way or monkey way. So monkey child, it is the baby has to hold mother very carefully. That is the yogi. He wanted to do it, but cat, the baby is folded by the mother. So that is the cat way. That is the devotional service. So we are depending on the Lord. That's why Lord will take care of us when we engage ourselves in the devotional service. That is a glimpse of this purport and very beautiful. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami saying, Ittam munihi uparamed vyavasito vidhanadruk virya survanditatayah swapasninapi jagudam tato anilam stane shatrun maye tatsun mayed jitaklamaha. Likewise, one will elevate his life here from Moladhara Chakra to the Sahasraram. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So just quickly the temple. So squeezing time for that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. And today it is related to Gajendra, January 27, 1970. I shall read this letter just to quickly go to the Guru Puja. So, and dated January 27, 1970, Los Angeles. And my dear Gajendra Das, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge the receipt of your letter dated January 24, 1970. And I am so glad to learn that at the present moment you are president of the center. It is a great satisfaction to me. When a Krishna conscious person is elevated to a responsible position, he never becomes puffed up. Just like a tree, when overladen with fruits, becomes humble and lowered down. Similarly, a great soul in Krishna consciousness becomes humbler than the grass and bowed down like the fruitful trees, because a Krishna conscious person acts as the agent of Krishna. Therefore, he discharges his duty with great responsibility. You are very much welcome to write once in a month, and I shall be very glad to reply them point by point. I am glad to learn that everyone is busily engaged in Krishna's business and chanting 16 rounds and reading Srimad Bhagavatam regularly. This is our life. Here also I have introduced in the Los Angeles temple 24-hour engagement. When Krishna Kanti returns, you will learn from him everything how this temple is doing nicely. Extend your activities to the university campus because the younger generation is our future hope. Bamboo, while it is green, can be bent and carved, but while it is yellow and ripe, if there is any attempt to bend it, it cracks. Krishna is evergreen, youthful, original person, and he gathers around him all young boys and girls as covered boys and gopis in his eternal Vrindavana Leela. So try seriously to impress upon the young hearts, and you will be successful. Try to get that fraternity house as soon as possible. Your first question or disciplic successions from Brahma and from Arjuna different? No. Brahma's disciplic succession accepts Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, and Arjuna also accepted Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. So that is not a new disciplic succession. Krishna says in the fourth chapter that I am again reintroducing unto you. So anyone who accepts Lord Krishna as supreme personality of Godhead is to be understood as belonging to the same disciplic succession. Balarama is holding a plow, that is his weapon. Jagannatha is holding the chakra, that is his weapon. Krishna's name is Chakradhara. Dhara is carrier, carries, or one who carries the disc. Balarama's name is Haladhara, the carrier of the plow. Your third question, why does Srila Narada Muni condemn Srila Vyasadeva for compiling the Vedic scriptures? Sri Narada Muni was the spiritual master of Srila Vyasadeva. A spiritual master has the right to chastise his disciple any way he likes. A Shishya or a disciple means one who accepts the disciplinary action given by the spiritual master. Even although sometimes a spiritual master chastises his disciple as a fool or rascal in fatherly affection, it does not mean necessarily that the disciple is a fool or a rascal. You will find even the statement of Lord Chaitanya. He presents himself as a fool designated by his spiritual master. But that does not mean that he was a fool. A sincere disciple feels it pleasurable when his spiritual master chastises him, calling him such names, a fool and rascal. My spiritual master sometimes called me in that way, and I remember that day always and feel transcendental pleasure. By following his footsteps, you can approach Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu approached Jagai and Madai at the risk of being personally injured, and still he definitely delivered them. The world is full of Jagais and Madais, namely drunkards, women hunters, meat eaters, and gamblers, and we will have to approach them at the risk of insult, injury, and some other rewards. So to face such reverse conditions of life to suffer, thereby the results of action is considered as the greatest penance and austerity in the matter of spiritual advancement of life. To sit down in a corner without preaching risk and to make a show of chanting Hare Krishna mantra is condemned by my spiritual master, and he has written a very nice song in this connection, which I am recording. The substance is that to become very dear to Krishna or Balarama, or in other words to Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, is to take the task of preaching work very seriously at all risks. Please always remember this and you will be successful. So I see in your letter that you are also being bold in Krishna's service in the matter of the preaching work. You asked me to pray for the devotees, and that is the only business of my life. Upendra is preparing for going to Australia. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's a very beautiful letter. So Prabhupada is mentioning here, one is the Krishna's having the chakra in his hand, and Balaram, he has got plow. That is one, and also the disciplic succession coming from this is imam vivaspate yogam proktavanaham avyayam vivaswan maname praha manur ikshvakavya bhave evam parampara praptam imam rajasyo viduhu sakalena mahata yogo nastah parantapa sa evayam mayate jayogah proktaha puratanaha bhaktosme sakacheti rahasyam hetad uttamam. This is the knowledge that Krishna has, whatever he has given to the Vivaswan, the same is being spoken to the Arjuna. There is no difference. Even Brahma has received Idam Bhagavatam Nam Puranam Brahma Samhitam Brahmane Bhagat Proktam Brahma Kalpa Upagate. When Brahma has appeared, he has received the knowledge directly from the Lord. The Chatushloki Bhagavata, which is for the it was spoken to Narada by Brahma, and Narada spoke the same knowledge to Vyasadeva, and where Vyasadeva has, even though when he was very compassionate to the conditioned souls, he has given so many literatures, Mahabharata and Vedas and so many Puranas. Still he was not happy. At that time, Narada Muni spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam, asked Vyasadeva to compile it. So that is what suggesting that one. And also spiritual master chastises his disciples, rascal and fools. That is a transcendental pleasure for a deserved disciple. And it is very happy. And so showing and preaching is very important, that Prabhupada is mentioning, at the risk of, see, that is risk of being personally injured. So that is the goal of a preaching. So, and also so that is a few points, and there are many points I would like devotees you discuss among yourself. So I just need to attend the Guru Puja. So it's been a long for me to I don't get this chance by leaving the temple. So I leave these points with you, and I'll take a leave from all of you. Hare Krishna. Okay, so I make one of you as a host.
Thank you,
Jatna
Prabhu.
Bhagwan,
Hare
would you
Krishna.
like to take further? And Shamata, just going to attend the Guru Puja.
Hare Krishna. Enjoy.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.